welcome back to Glory Hunter with me, Alex. Episode 24 now, getting quite far into the series. And today we actually have the opportunity, as you can see on the left-hand side, to win the Premier League. I believe we've got the opportunity to win the Premier League title in this game. So we are 13 points ahead of Tottenham. 12 points ahead of Manchester City, with obviously 4 games left. After last time round, I think I got that a little bit wrong. I thought, for some strange reason, I thought there was 36 games, which is definitely wrong. Definitely wrong. So, 38 games, 4 games remaining, 12 points up for grabs. Obviously 12 points ahead of Manchester City. Even a draw today against Southampton would take us to a second successive win of the Premier League. So we're going to get straight into this. I think it's the day of. Excuse me. City in the previous game obviously won their game. They have to win every single game to perhaps be able to dethrone us of this Champions League, Premier League title. But we actually have the opportunity today to just put that to an end. We are playing Southampton, who are sitting quite deep in the table. The only bad thing is Lindelof has picked up an injury. He's actually out for 4 to 6 weeks. So that is pushing it to the Champions League final. If we do make it there, of course. Other than that, nothing's really changed in this sort of lineup. I am going to play a sort of rotated side out, purely because we've got PSG in the game coming up soon. So I will be rotating out the side. Luke Shaw obviously playing, he's got his place in there. Victor Fisher of late has been incredibly unhappy. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, Victor Fisher has been incredibly unhappy of late with his playing time, but his morale still stays quite high, as we are obviously going to win the title. He's going to get, I think he's played 5 games in the Premier League. He's played 5 games in the Premier League, so he is going to get his Premier League title. He's obviously been injured as well, but expecting to come back and go straight into the side when Rashford was in quite good form is a bit odd to me. So Sancho's going to come in for Januzaj on that right-hand side, going back as an inverted winger on that support. Other than that, I think it's just going to stay the same. Bruno Fernandes, a bit of a shame. He's out for another 2 to 4 weeks, but hopefully come back soon-ish. But yeah, this is the team I'm going to run with. Martial, at the moment, still in fine form. And we're going to get straight into the game today. As you can tell, I've probably been speeding up the episodes a little bit more. I think, as you can tell, I've got a bit of a cough. But the show goes on. I should really get some water. But, come on lads, the title is ours if we manage this. They are gaining confidence. They're absolutely buzzing for this. And we're playing Southampton away from home. We're playing it positive, and straight into this now immediately. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Akanji picks up the ball from the throw-in and plays it around through the middle of the park, pushing it quite high. Palacios with a great ball out wide to Sancho, who cuts inside here, and he just plays it wide of the post. Now, again, we're going to keep our eyes on Tottenham, because if they lose today, which is very unlikely, I think, but if they lose today, it also means if we draw, that I think we've won the title. Definitely won the title. So it is going to be a case of me trying to, you'll see me at the end, clicking that settings bar, trying to get the director if we obviously are winning the game, so we can see us lifting the trophy. But yeah, it's hotting up quite a lot around this 4th spot position. Liverpool, Chelsea, City and Tottenham all sort of within this 4th spot place. Wolves as well fighting, perhaps, if they can grab a win today, maybe fighting there. As Eriksen plays the ball into Akanji. A very quick highlight there. It takes me by surprise, but there it is, 1-0 up. 23 minutes in, it's looking likely now. We're a very strong side going forward. Obviously, bringing in Akanji as well, someone that hasn't got that big an ego, not a massive player, but just someone who can come off the bench. He's very, very good for us. Really good player. Played incredibly well in Europe as well this season. As Southampton look to come forward straight away, and Buffal smacks that wide. Nowhere near. But I don't know if you've seen, you're going to have to, excuse me, I'm going to have to mute some of these coughs if they're coming through badly. But as you can see, I think you've seen in the previous episodes, we've actually got a £300 million transfer budget for next season. Now, that isn't regarding some players that I might shift. Obviously, Fred being out on loan, I've got a lot of players out on loan that I could bring back into this side. But this side itself is very, very strong. It's Martial, great ball forward to Sancho. Sancho crossing it in the near post, and Martial getting his 34th goal of the season, top goal scorer in the Premier League at the moment. We're on course here to win the title as Maguire pings that ball out wide to Sancho. Beautiful ball as he then gets the cross into the near post, and Martial with an acrobatic effort there, the near post, sort of scissor kicking that in. Beautiful goal, beautifully worked. And Southampton aren't doing well at all. I'm going to give the lads a bit of praise. Tell them they're doing well. This tactic, by the way, has worked really well for me this season. It's been, this season, I've tweaked it for this season. Obviously, bringing in the players to sort of match that has been very good for us as well. But yeah, as I was saying, as we get to half time, in which I'm just going to tell them to carry on doing as they're doing because I'm very, very happy with how they're playing. As I was saying, excuse me, sorry. Yes, 300 million transfer budget. So, as you can see, our bench, I mean, we're rotating out Pogba. Rotating out Pogba when he's one of the best players in world football in this game is something unheard of, really. So that 300 million, whether or not I'm here next season is another thing. Bringing in a few players different wise, it all depends on the Champions League. Building a Champions League winning side with 300 million is probably a given, if anything. Like spending that sort of money, I'll be able to bring in as Martial just again Sancho down this right hand side. Sancho's become an unreal player, and Martial being so good as good as he is. I don't know how you could improve this side, if anything. Sancho running down this right hand side is absolutely unreal. Crosses it into Martial, who thumps that home. Dalot plays in the system quite well. Whether or not I get rid of Wan-Bissaka and bring in perhaps a really strong right back, the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Not obviously he's not going to leave Liverpool, and I wouldn't particularly want to sign him as it'll be a bit weird with how we affiliate with Liverpool. I can't see them ever selling him to us and him wanting to leave. As Victor Fisher comes forward here, might have another goal, but Mustafi manages to pick that up and plays it toward Prowse, who plays that ball forward actually. Looks like they're coming through, and they have actually pulled a goal back here, 60 minutes in. I think it's time to make a few changes perhaps. Going to bring on Greenwood for Martial. In fact, no, because Martial's on for his hat-trick. He's looking pretty fit as well. Sancho's going to come off for Januzaj. He's playing really well, but I need him for the next game. And then Victor Fisher is looking very complacent, but I'm going to keep Rashford and Greenwood fresh for that next game against Paris Saint-Germain. I'm going to bring off Eriksen, bring in Pogba, and then as well as that, I'll probably bring off Luke Shaw, get Luke Shaw fit for that game because that is the ideal player for that role. So Southampton coming forward, just counter-attacking against us here. Excuse me, sorry. I shouldn't really be filming this, but I want to try. I've missed out a few days. I want to try and get back on this sort of back on track, if anything. But yeah, 300 million. I'm going to get there in the end. Bringing the right back, perhaps. I know Alex Tellez plays on that left-hand side, but someone of his sort of calibre as we go close again as it hits the bar for Maguire. But 300 million is a lot of money to just play around with, if anything. De Gea is going to stay there in that position, I'm sure. Kanji, Lindelof and Maguire are quite a solid three, but maybe bringing in an even better centre-back to sort of maybe replace Maguire, if anything. As we're coming up to the 88th minute now, when it hits 90, I am going to pause just so I can change this to director, just in case we do lift that title. And it comes up to the 94th minute now. I'll carry on what I was saying after. And there we have it. There's the boys. Premier League title number two for us. There they are, with all the confetti coming down at Southampton. We've managed to, we're going to go to the pitch. There's me walking around with the trophy. Look at that. Big scenes here for Manchester United. It's been how many? It was 2013 we'd last won a title, then we won it in 2019, the first season we're in charge, and then the second season now we're in charge. We go and win it again. It's it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Obviously, Football Manager, it's not real life, but it gives you that feeling of sort of hope that United with a side of this calibre, maybe. I haven't really swapped out the back five. De Gea, Dalot, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw. Obviously, Pogba's partnered with Goretzka, but Scott McTominay played a few games in that first season. Sancho on that right-hand side is a massive possibility for us in the summer, wanting to leave. But other than that, it's not really changed. It hasn't really changed at all. I should have really congratulated them in the dressing room, but it does make us champions. We are winning that sort of winning that medal, getting that trophy, another trophy to add to the trophy wall that I've made now, and it looks like it's saying we're on for the quadruple. Obviously, that pivotal match, that first game, 10-1 against Norwich, massive game. Excuse me, sorry. But yeah, winning the Premier League, Carabao Cup, UEFA Super Cup, and the FA Community Shield. Looking at that treble, not really a treble to me. We did lose out on the FA Cup, a possibility of winning that, which is a bit of a shame. Going out to who did we go out to? FA Cup. Was it West Ham? Yeah, we went out to. No, we weren't through against West Ham. Where's the FA Cup third round? Burnley, that was it. It was one of the claret and gold clarets colours. But yeah, going out to Burnley, the FA Cup, bit of a missed opportunity there to maybe get a quadruple, or the infamous treble, as we say. But we're still on for the double. Premier League, we've won the Carabao Cup. We've won a lot of the trophies that we've been in for in the cups. Bruno Fernandes happy that his promise has been kept. Beckham hails a Man United legend. I think. All right, is he calling me a legend? Ha. Yeah, Beckham's hailing me a legend, which is great to hear. And then Pogba, obviously, it's in the game, but you know, it's just these sort of things that you come to like really like in these sort of games. And there again, the board are very happy with how we do it. The medals going through here. Victor Fisher getting his medal in there. Van der Beek, Fernandes, Palacios, Kanji, all the big names getting their sort of just desserts in here. Pogba playing it great with an average rating throughout the season. And then Martial, obviously, grabbing so many goals this season has been absolutely key. So, we are going to carry on into this next game. It's going to be PSG. Not going to go on too long about that. I can talk about it a bit more. That 90 points, though, is a big tally for us. Hopefully hit that 99 if we can for the rest of the season. But we are going to get into the PSG game. I'll come back to you when I've got a drink of water for one, because that is going to be key for me carrying on here. And two, I'm going to bring to you the lineup so we can go straight into the game and we can see how we get on from there. Right. We have returned. And it's the Paris Saint-Germain game now. If you can see here, if we can just get me coughs out, I'm so sorry. As you can see here, team news, Rashford's suspended after getting that red card in the previous game. Paul Pogba's picked up an injury with a gashed lower leg. Lindelof's out with a broken collarbone. And Bruno Fernandes is still doubtful after he dislocated his shoulder. So we're actually losing quite a lot of players here. But on the other side, Emerson is out, who plays right wing for them, quite a key player for them, Paris Saint-Germain. And Neymar is also doubtful with a twisted knee. So, really, it's going to be quite, not even, but it's going to be an interesting game to see how this pans out. I have to bring a few players through here. So, again, I'm going to be starting Victor Fisher, purely now because Rashford's been injured. Eriksen's going to play in behind the striker, obviously being Martial, with Sancho on that right-hand side. With no Pogba, I have no choice but to play Palacios, but as you can see, he's progressed massively as a player. Well worth the 50-odd million that I think we paid for him now. I think we paid 50 million, let's just double check. 37 million. We only paid 37 million for him. So that's well worth it. Well worth it for him. Goretzka in there as well. Luke Shaw, Akanji, Maguire. I am going to bring on Diego Dalot to play on that right back spot just to get forward a bit more and link up with Sancho. But other than that, we're going to go for it. I'm going to go balanced purely because they haven't got the strongest of sides out anymore. But I'm pretty happy to see how this goes. Yeah, we're going to get straight into it. Hopefully it goes well. We're going to have a look at PSG's starting lineup, see what they have to show. They have got Keylor Navas, Dagba, Kimpembe, Marquinhos and Demirel. So not the strongest of fullbacks, but then it all changes as they got Memphis Depay actually. They actually have Memphis Depay that they've bought through. Big player. He's a very good player. Obviously playing against the former club in us. Everton on that right-hand side, who I thought was out with an injury, but they're probably playing through that, it looks like. Gay and Verratti in the middle with Kante playing deeper and Mbappe up front, of course, who is looking lethal as well in this game. So, we've been on a good run lately. Keep it going. That's all I'm going to say to them. I'm not going to say anything more as they walk out. I am going to change the highlights back to 2D. After that, just in case, there we are. So, let's get kicked off and keep going. We're going to have a look at how we get through this game as the first highlight comes 10 minutes in with Kimpembe playing the ball from a free kick. They're looking to build it through the midfield as it comes to Everton on this left-hand side, who cuts in and takes a shot, and it's way over the bar. No need for De Gea to make a save. And from this highlight, it looks like we're going to build it up from the back as De Gea plays it out to his defenders. Can he find a ball? He can to Akanji, who finds Luke Shaw. Now, can we get forward here? Luke Shaw pressing it forward. Cuts it back to Palacios, who's in miles of space. Finds Luke Shaw again with that overlapping run. Can he find a good crossing now, Luke Shaw, which he has been done all season? Goretzka arrives late, though, with a header, and it's just over the bar. It's going to be a tough game, this, against PSG, as they are a strong side. Eriksen with the ball in towards the back post, and that comes away. Whether or not we can get there first, we can. Dalot picks it up. Akanji on the ball to Palacios, back to Akanji. To Fisher, can he sort of prove his worth in this game? Sancho now, can he find the ball out wide? He can't. We're dispossessed, and it looks like they're going to play this ball to Mbappe, who's through on goal here, but De Gea manages to make a crucial save for us. First crucial clear-cut chance of the game. Verratti with the ball in, and it's just got away. Whether or not we can get there first, we can't. And is it going to come backwards again? No, it's not. It's not going to come back in. But looking a bit, not on edge, but we haven't got our strongest side out. Obviously, it's still a strong side, but we haven't got our strongest side out, so to speak. As Victor Fisher picks up the ball on this left-hand side and gets dispossessed in this midfield battle, which we are losing here. Might have to change something up, as this midfield battle is sort of looking bad for us. As Eriksen tries to get the ball, he can't. Garner on now. Plays to Memphis, to Mbappe, back to Demiral, Garner. We're playing it nicely around the middle here. Can they find someone? They can. Everton's on the ball there, and he tries to curl one in, just wide of the mark. Not looking particularly great here, I have to say. Right, so how are we going to go about this? I don't know whether or not I'll do the 4-3-3 change and sort of go a bit attacking away from home. I don't know whether or not we go for that. Because we have got Victor Fisher who can play up front as well. Greenwood on the bench, sort of bring him on for a bit of pace. Getting behind these, we're getting behind these centre-backs. But they're very fast as well. So I might leave it as it is. We aren't looking particularly too bad. Sancho might have to be the one that paves way. But we're going to carry on. I'm going to demand a bit more from the lads here. They're looking a bit focused after that. But both sides not playing particularly well. When it gets to the 60-odd minute mark, I might have to make a few changes up top. Victor Fisher not looking fit at all, so he might actually have to make way. And Sancho plays a sort of deep line forward, a makeshift deep line forward, as we will make the changes now. We're going to go for this sort of positive outlook on the game. Greenwood playing up there. Sancho going to be playing out on this left-hand side of the deep line forward. In fact, I might just drop him into this inside forward role on this left-hand side, which he can play very well. Goretzka playing in that position. We're playing it like this. Dalot's going to actually come off as well, because I don't want to see any of our players get any red cards or any more yellows, because we have got quite a few yellows here in the middle. Taking them off, obviously Fisher and Dalot getting those yellows. But now, hopefully we have a change of mentality here. As Sancho plays the ball in, Goretzka picks it up. We've got that midfield battle under control now, as we look to be dominating a bit more possession. Maguire finds Wan-Bissaka on the overlap. Palacios plays it back to him. But it looks like PSG might come away with it here. But poor ball there by Mbappe leads to Sancho's shot, which just goes into the side netting. Looking a bit more positive here. I'm going to just apply some instructions to the so make sure we don't concede anything stupid. Ander Herrera coming on for them now, a player that obviously we had in the past. Want to sort of take these wide positions maybe. Coming up to the 85th minute now, I might make another change here. Gonna put Green. I don't know why Green was playing out on that side. Don't know what happened there. Excuse me. Who's having Jadon Sancho's having a very poor game. I'm going to bring on Januzaj, see if he can make a few changes. Going to play him up top, just as a deep line forward. Can't think of what else to do here. I can't mock them for not trying here. Going to tell them to get a bit more creative towards the end. 92nd minute now. Is there anything that's going to come out of this game? It's just looking like a dull game, if anything, and that is full time there. Away from home, I'm going to be calm about it. You were unlucky tonight. We didn't play too bad. We didn't play too well. It was probably a deserved game to be 0-0. And luckily now we go back to our home game, in which I hope we can perhaps get something from in the long run. So that is going to be the episode there. Obviously we've won the Premier League now, so I don't see the point in us playing any more Premier League games unless it's the last game of the season. I might bring you the Chelsea game. That could be an exciting one. But what I'll do is I'll fast track to the Paris Saint-Germain game. We'll see how we perform in that game. If it looks like it can just be a one-off sort of spectacle, sort of where it's a big game for us, because this is going to be a big game for us progressing forward as now. If it's not, and it's sort of like it's a slump, we go out, or just like if it's a really bad game, I probably won't play the Chelsea one. But if it's like a slump and it's sort of a slow game, I might play the Chelsea one just to get the hype back up. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. We've gone on a very, very good run from, it looks like, February through to April has been an absolutely insane run. Winning the Premier League, going through to the Champions League semi-finals, obviously is a big one as well. I might have to actually see. Might play through now just to see if that game goes ahead as well, because I think they play it on a Wednesday. They'll play on the Wednesday, so I'll just fast forward to see what sort of position they'll be in. And the next time round, I'll rejoin on the Tuesday there, and on the Wednesday we play the game. So let's just see. Dortmund-Liverpool. This is to see who is our possible opponents for the final if we go through next time round, which I'm hoping we do. We should get Rashford back, I believe, unless he's out for a few more weeks. Pogba is only out for the 8 days, but that's a 0-0 as well. Very boring games. But yeah, we're gonna leave the episode there. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. It's getting to the stages now where I'm going to start looking at jobs. So that could be interesting to look at next game. See potential if we do win the Champions League. We've won everything there is in England, so why not move on? There's no point. There'd be no point of staying in England unless we go for a third consecutive title, which has only ever been done by Sir Alex Ferguson, I believe. So that'll be quite interesting to do. But yeah, if you did like the video, please leave a like. It just lets me know if you're enjoying these sort of videos. If you're new to this sort of stuff, subscribe. Keep going with all the daily updates, daily uploads that I'm trying to do. And I shall see you in the next episode, which hopefully will be going through to the Champions League final. Ciao.